Hi, welcome to Paint the Kitchen Red, and today we're going to be making banh mi Vietnamese style sandwiches. We'll be using pork shoulder and cook it in the Instant Pot and shred it. Authentic Vietnamese pork sandwiches would have grilled pork, but I just love the pressure cooked meat. The flavor in this recipe is amazing. Let's make the marinade. In a medium bowl, mix together a 1/4 cup of fish sauce, 1 tablespoon of lime juice, 1 tablespoon of garlic minced, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon of Chinese 5-spice powder, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and then stir the marinade ingredients together until everything's incorporated. I'll be using about 3 pounds of meat. For the purposes of this video, I didn't marinate the meat, but if you can marinate it for 2 to 4 hours, that would be great. You can even do it overnight. Add the meat and the marinade to the Instant Pot. I've never had any sealing issues with this recipe, but if you're concerned about the burn message, you can add a 1/4 cup of chicken broth to the meat when you're cooking it. Pressure cook at high pressure for 1 hour and do a natural release of pressure. And you're going to open the lid and take the meat out and shred the meat with 2 forks. I like to get them into smaller pieces, and I also like to take out as much fat as possible. The next step is optional, but I highly recommend it. I like to fry the meat in a frying pan so it gets nice and crispy. What I usually do is I'll take some of the meat, whatever I want to use for that day, and I put the rest in the refrigerator. Same with the liquid. I take some out and I refrigerate the rest, and so then you can make it fresh. Heat a frying pan and add a tablespoon of oil when the frying pan's nice and hot. Spread about 2 cups of meat in the pan and saute until the meat is browned and caramelized on one side. And then you're going to take the cooking liquid that you set aside from when you shredded the meat and add about 1 to 2 teaspoons at a time to moisten the meat and deglaze the pan. And once the meat absorbs that liquid, you can repeat that process and add 1 to 2 teaspoons of the liquid to the meat. And you keep doing this up to about 2 tablespoons. You don't want to overdo it because it can be overpowering and too salty. Now we're ready to assemble the sandwich. Cut a 6-inch piece of baguette in half. And I like to use a baguette that's not too hard on the outside because you want it to be a little bit soft on the outside. And this is not necessary, but I like to butter the bread and then toast it. Toast the bread in a frying pan on both sides. And now we're ready to assemble the sandwich. Spread some sriracha mayo on one of the slices. You can either buy this at the store or you can make your own by mixing mayo with sriracha sauce. And on the other side, you're going to spread some pâté. Now, pâté is something that can be kind of expensive at the store, or it may not be available to you. But if you can get it, that would be best. If you can't find it, you can substitute a slice of ham. If your pâté is not easy to spread, then slice it thinly and add it to the sandwich. Add about a 1/4 cup of pork to the sandwich and spread it in an even layer. The next layer is pickled daikon and carrots. Daikon is a type of radish. It has a very strong smell, but it tastes so amazing in this recipe. You can make the pickled daikon and carrots at home, and I'll give you a recipe to it in the notes. I sometimes like to add thinly sliced cucumbers to the sandwich, so you can do that. It adds a nice crispy crunch to the sandwich. And then add some cilantro, depending on how much you like cilantro. I like it a lot, so as you can see, I put a lot in this sandwich. Add a few drizzles of Maggi sauce on top, and you can also add some sliced jalapenos. Close the sandwich up and you can cut it in half if you like. And the sandwich is ready to be served. You're gonna love this recipe. It's one of my favorites, so I hope you get to try it out.